Hello, I'm trying to set up Netflix party whilst I'm doing this, so if you start hearing sounds, that's why. I am really happy and excited. I've got actually quite a few things I think that have happened over the last few days that I want to share, and I've been choosing not to share them because it's not chronological with yesterday's video, because I've got more to add to that video that I haven't filmed yet or done yet, which is, I don't like it. But long story short is we have a shul intranet. Shul is synagogue, sorry. And my grandma mentioned, why don't you just post on there that you're looking for work? And I was like, oh yeah, fair enough. So I put 2 different posts up, one about the fact that I'm looking for part-time work in admin or receptionist type thing, and one that I'm interested in tutoring and babysitting. And I got 2 responses over the course of sort of 2 days, one of whom wanted a receptionist and one of whom wanted a maths tutor for a kid who loves maths who is in year 3. And I was like, that is so perfect for me, because I love maths and I'm quite good at maths, but I'd be really nervous if we went into secondary school. I mean, year 7, 8, and maybe even 9 I'd be all right, but because I don't know the curriculum here, I'd feel a bit unsure, whereas year 3, I'm gonna be fine. And I haven't done maths in quite a while. So the receptionist job, I'm gonna go in on Monday to meet them, but they've basically said I've got the job, which is awesome, but it only starts in April, which is less awesome. And then this other job, we've been sort of emailing backwards and forwards a couple of times over the last few days, and they've just asked me if I want to come in tomorrow and meet the kid and another kid, there's 2 of them, it's the kid's friend, to do like a trial class, and I was like, absolutely, sign me up. So I'm very excited about all that. Things are finally maybe starting to happen, I don't know. And, excuse me, oh, I've forgotten what I was going to say now. Oh yes, I don't think I've spoken about this yet. The shoot that I did a week ago, 10 days ago, I don't know, 2 weeks, I don't know. They contacted my agent to say, we loved Raquel, she was fantastic, we liked the way she presented and everything. However, do you remember this? Went to a park, filmed some stuff there, it was raining all day. It was raining all day. So it was very cold and wet and windy. Yeah, so the weather wasn't very cooperative with us that day, and that's what they said to my agent. And they said, is there any chance we could do a reshoot for a couple of the outside scenes? And so my agent contacted me and I said, absolutely, let's do it. So coming Tuesday, I've got that. I'm gonna do between 10 and 2. We're gonna reshoot all the outside stuff and I'm so happy. And I'm getting paid more for it, which is fantastic in my opinion. Especially because it's not my fault. It's not like they said, oh, she was just rubbish. It was just because of the weather. So fingers crossed for nice weather on Tuesday, and fingers crossed for everything else. I'm a bit nervous about tomorrow, but hopefully it'll go well. But it's all exciting. So that's where we're starting this vlog, and we'll see where we go from there. And I'm now about to start watching one of the last episodes of Punisher. Oh, not quite the last, we're on episode 7. And, oh, well, no. I was going to show you my knitting, but you would have seen that in the last video. This is why I don't like doing it not chronologically. I have edited some videos as well today, so that felt really good. Alright, that's all. I need to go watch this now because my friend's waiting. Bye! Hello! I've just come back from the tutoring session, or it wasn't really tutoring, it was like an extra class basically. And I don't know if I spoke yesterday about the fact that I was a little bit stressed late last night trying to find worksheets and whatnot. But luckily I found some stuff last night, sent it off this morning, the mother printed it, so it was all good already. And I think it went really well. The kids were so sweet, they were so lovely, and actually they're in the same class as one of my cousins, so that was really nice. And they were really excited about it, and it was just great. I really enjoyed it. So that was a success. And then on my way back, actually this morning I had a call, and then also on my way back they kind of had a follow-up call from this teaching agency type thing that I applied for, like a supply teacher agency kind of thing, I don't know. So I was chatting, I had an initial call like a week ago, and then I had another call today, this morning, and then I spoke to someone else this afternoon who seemed really positive, which was cool, and was like, yeah, we're gonna find you work, no problem. And I was like, really? I don't really have the experience. Like, I've worked with kids, but I have no teaching experience. Anyway, she sounded really positive, but equally she was like, you need to get your DBS sorted. And I was like, I know, I just don't know why you're making me pay £50 when the website says 38. So I'm trying to decide whether or not I just bite the bullet with that. So that's all that information. And then actually the reason why I pulled out the camera was not any of that. Also, I like this necklace. I've had hit and miss moments with it because it's a bit bulky and I don't know, but it's making me very happy with this top I'm wearing today, which I also haven't worn, I think, since I've been back, if not longer. So it's been a really long time. Probably not since like last May. And I do love this top. It's very old and it's fantastic. I love it. Anyway, this morning this arrived, which is, oh, I should probably put this with the other video. Oh, should I just put this with yesterday's video? This is why I don't like having things not in order. Ah! Yeah, I'm gonna put it in yesterday's video, so sorry, you would have seen this already. And I guess that's all from me then. Oh, I'm so awkward. Right, bye. Hello! My hair doesn't know what it's doing. It doesn't know what it's been doing all week, but that's okay. Hair wash day on Monday will be fine. It's been a pretty good Shabbat. I need to go and do a laundry in a moment, so I'm going to film this clip because I love this dress so much. And then I'm gonna get into pajamas and put on the laundry, so that's why we're here. And then maybe I'll eat something, although I'm not particularly hungry, but it is quite late, so we'll see. In the last couple of hours, I've got quite a bit done, and I'm really pleased with it. So first of all, I've got my 2 headbands, they're both completed. So that's what they look like. This one's, I think, the worst one of the 2. And I actually think this was the second one. The knitting itself, I made a couple of mistakes, but on the whole it was okay. It was the sewing, as it always is. But actually it's not terrible, it's just it could have been better. And the first one especially I had to undo and redo a couple of times. This is the first one, I think. Which actually this bit looks better. They both are a little bit bigger than I would like, but I think I've got a smaller head than both Sam and Katie Rebecca, I hope. So hopefully they'll be okay, but they do cover the ears well, which is what I wanted. So pleased with that. And then while I was watching the video of how to finish it up, there was a video that was recommended sort of a bit further down that was knit Valentine Day hearts. And I thought that could be a cute little thing to make. And it didn't look like it was going to take particularly long. I did it very broken up, but I think overall each one took me about 2 hours. So as I say, that's why it's quite late now. And they're not perfect, but they're not bad. And I will link, actually I'll link both of these videos down below that I followed because both of them were fairly simple, but especially the hearts was so clear, so easy. And then in her description, she's got the links to follow the pattern and everything. And it's so easy. So that's what they look like. Can you tell? I can't really show it. So yeah, I'm thrilled about that. Absolutely, I think that's great. Which also means that I think I have everything for my boxes so I can pack them away and send them off. I think I'm going to wait till Wednesday to send them off because I think we're all doing it on the 29th, but I'm not really planning on leaving the house on the 29th and I am on the 28th. So I'm going to the theatre actually on Wednesday, so I'll be passing a post office and I'd rather just do it then. So I'll message them and let them know about that and check that they're on track as well. And then the last thing we were waiting on arrived in the post today, I hope. This! I haven't opened it yet. And I really hope it's what I think it is. Just gonna grab some scissors. This is so well packaged. I mean, look at that. All the layers and no chocolate. Which is what I'm hoping to find. Yay! So this is 135 grams, which... that's a decent size. I was a bit worried because as I mentioned, I think it was Morrison's was selling them for like £1.20 or £1.25. Definitely under £1.50. And I know reasons to be expensive. So I was like, is this just going to be like the bag of buttons? But that's a fairly decent size. So I can definitely give them enough each. I'm thrilled about that. I do think I want to write cards as well for each of them. But I think these boxes are getting quite full. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Anyway. I'm gonna sort that out, get changed, do my laundry, maybe eat something, and I will see you later, maybe? I don't know. Bye! While since I've done a little quiet montage like that. I've been watching a lot of other people's videos on YouTube, vlogs, and I just feel like my videos are missing that. I do a lot of chatting, and I think that's because I'm not really doing very much at the moment. I'm not going out much. Even the things I am doing are 90% of the time at home. So I'm not getting much opportunity for stuff like that. So I thought I'd just film my journey to and from gymnastics. And there is one clip as well from last night that I'm gutted I apparently wasn't pressing record when filming, because I'd even set up the camera a certain way, and it was while I was eating, and it was like a really cool shot, at least in my opinion. I thought it was going to look really good. And it made me struggle to eat my supper. So I went through all that effort, and for what? But anyway, the other reason why I've put all that in is because I kind of want to start a new vlog for this coming week, because it's quite a busy week, and I'd love to get it all into one vlog if I can. But I don't think I can tack it on to the end of this vlog, because this is probably already something like 10 to 15 minutes, and that would make for a very long vlog, but 10 to 15 minutes, by my current standard, is actually really short. Also, this is the last vlog in the videos every day series at the moment, which is mental to me. And I'm a little bit nervous because I don't have a schedule yet for what I'm going to do next. I've already scheduled in some videos that are sit-down videos rather than vlogs, so I'm going to have to work around those, but I don't know if I'm going to do one vlog per week or two. I don't know how much I'm going to be filming in the coming weeks. I just don't know. But I suppose I've got time to figure it out. Which means that this video is going up at the end of March, so the next video will go up in April. And April's going to be a busy month, actually, I hope. So what I might do to finish off this vlog is talk about everything that we should be expecting for next week's vlog. So yeah, next week's vlog. I was going to say the vlog that comes out tomorrow, but that's not happening. There is still, I think, a singing video coming out tomorrow, if this is Friday, which it should be. There should be a singing video tomorrow, and then still a sit-down video the day after, I think, I hope. Anyway, before I talk about my plans for next week, I'll quickly talk about gymnastics. It was very good. I was working on front somersaults again, as you might have seen maybe in the clip, if I've put it in, which I think I will have. And it was good, and it was definitely better than the past few times I've worked on it. But two things. I feel absolutely winded. I feel like, so many times I landed on my back. Actually, not that many, but there was once or twice that I landed on my back. Actually, once wasn't even in a somersault, it was something else. And it just, you could just feel it. So I'm feeling it now. And also, there wasn't anyone else to share the brunt with, so I was just going over and over and over again, and by the end of it, by the last sort of half an hour, 15 minutes, my legs just felt like absolute jelly. But what's really nice is I'm actually starting to get to know some of the people, it's becoming familiar faces, and I'm actually talking to them, and I got to know their names for some of them. So I like that so much. I think that's so lovely. And yeah, I'm still very much enjoying it. And I was a bit worried about having my hair in plaits. This needed to be in plaits because it was so gross. But it actually didn't cause me any issues, which is nice. So I think that's everything I want. Oh, the second thing is that, I don't know if you remember, I think it was 2 weeks ago now, I mentioned that I did something silly, fell off a mat and hurt my toes, and I was worried they were broken. I'm fairly certain they're not broken because they would have been in a lot more pain by now, I think. But whatever I did, whether it was a sprain or whatever else, it has still been hurting for the last 2 weeks. And it's definitely not been anywhere near as bad, but I do notice it every so often, and obviously, especially at gymnastics, I notice it. But actually, even before gymnastics started, while I was in here, I think when I was getting changed or something, I could feel it was still there. So that's not ideal, and I'm sure that doing gymnastics is not helping it one bit, but I don't want to stop. If I stop, then I won't pick it back up. So that's fun. But now, I'm almost finished my tea and it's getting cold, so let's quickly talk about what to expect for next week's video. And then I'm really hoping to finish watching, what are we on? The Punisher, I think? Really hoping to finish that tonight. So what I've been doing this year, I might talk about this in another video as well, but I've been using my phone calendar. I used to be so adamantly against a phone calendar. I love pen and paper. But the thing that I love, there's two aspects that I love about a digital diary that is just not the same with pen and paper. Number one is if things change, whether it changes time or dates or whatever else, it's so easy and neat and it doesn't get confusing. And number two, your phone sends you reminders. And I appreciate that. And I suppose number three is you carry it everywhere you go. So if someone asks you, what are you doing so-and-so date? You can just tell them. And I've got it all colour coordinated. I've got yellow for anything university related. I've got red for birthdays. I've got blue for normal things. And then I've got, I think, pink, for work. But that seems to be depending on what kind of, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think obviously that needs to be looked at. But aside from that. So Monday, I have a meeting for one of my receptionist jobs. That's between 1 and 2, I think, or 12 and 1, something like that. I've also got a self-tape due, which is only a 90-second self-tape, and it's a song I used for another audition a couple of months ago, so I feel pretty good with it. And then I've got university in the evening. And actually, after university, we've got 2 people coming round to the flat, my grandma's friends. So that will probably be like tea and cake and whatever. Then Tuesday between 10 and 2, I have my filming, part 2. Fingers crossed for good weather, because as you might be able to tell from my hair and from the past few clips, it's raining. Then on Wednesday, we're going to see Merchant of Venice with a lot of the family, and then we're going out for supper after, so that should be really nice. We're seeing the matinee show. Thursday, I have another job interview in the morning. Then I'm going to be doing some of the work for my aunt again. And then in the evening, I've just been asked to babysit my cousin, my angel cousins, who I love dearly. So I'm looking forward to that. Actually, most of my cousins are angel cousins, but still. And then luckily, for the moment anyway, I've not got anything planned for the weekend. Actually, that might not be true. We might have something on Sunday morning, but it might be a different week. I can't remember. I can't believe it's March next week already. That's mental. Oh my goodness, this video is going up within 4 weeks of me filming it. That's... wow. Wow, that's cool. Oh, and also some point this week, I need to send off my box. But I think I'm most likely to do that Wednesday when we're on our way to the theatre, because I think I'll be passing the post office. Can you see them back there? Yay! Now, I am going to end the vlog here. It might be shorter than usual. I'm sorry, but I suppose you don't really mind. If there's anything you'd like to see, if there's anything you're interested in, please do let me know. You know what my life consists of at the moment. Or if you have any recommendations for things I should talk about, or film, or whatever. I've actually got a long list of video ideas already that I've just not been able to do because I've been so busy with the New Year's things. And then on top of that, there's a couple of videos that I've sort of started and just need to edit or add to, including the Taskmaster videos, which is going to have to be split. I just can't decide yet where and when and how many I'm going to split it into. And then there's also one that was meant to be about a closet, and then there was a little kerfuffle with that, so I have to move it to wearing, and then that's a whole thing as well in and of itself. And I've started making some notes. I want to finish off that video, filming it anyway, so that I can upload it, and then I want to do some other stuff with wearing as well. So those are some things to come, but they probably won't come until May, if not later. Studies are going to be picking up over the coming weeks, I'm sure, because the last 2 things that we need to hand in need to be handed in the first week of May. So we need to get working. I'm really hoping to go on holiday at some point in April, but we'll see if that happens. There was something else as well. Oh yeah, I'm hoping to get a job by now. As you heard, I have 2 interviews this coming week, and I'm especially rooting for the second one. I love the sound of the one that I'm going to tomorrow, but it's more of a commitment and I'm scared to commit, whereas the other one is a 0 hours contract, which for me is perfect. And it's more local, it's easier to get to, it's cheaper to get to as well. And the one tomorrow doesn't start until the end of April, I think. Whereas I'm pretty sure the other one is as soon as possible. Don't know what's happening. Oh, hello. But equally, I should not get my hopes up, because every single job I've applied for, and especially the ones I've wanted, well, actually all of them, I've not got. It's so fun. It's a new thing for me, really. I mean, I'm used to getting rejections in the theatre world, obviously, but I'm not really used to getting rejections in the other world. But that's because I'm trying to push myself into slightly new fields, and because of that, less people are willing to take me on because I don't have the relevant experience. I could get a job immediately at one of the local shops here because I've got the perfect experience for it. But I just don't want to go back into that kind of thing. I want to try and go into something new, and something that can maybe help me out later on as well. You know, it's something that I can progress in, whereas this other job I feel isn't really. But worst comes to worst, that's what we'll go to. And I'm getting other odd jobs here and there, so that's nice. Anyway, all this to say, enjoy the next video, whenever it may come, the next vlog anyway. It will be at some point next week, I just don't know what day. But that's exciting, it's fun, yay! As always, there's a bunch of links down below. There's the Smarty link, which is if you're UK based and looking to change your SIM provider. Smarty is genuinely fantastic. They've not paid me to say this, but from what I could see, and I do a lot of research, it was by far the cheapest on the market. And if you use the link, then I think after a month or 6 weeks, we both get a £10 gift voucher. So why not? There's also the link if you want to buy me a coffee, which is basically just a way of supporting my channel. And there's some other things down there. You can read it all if you want. And I'll see you all very shortly in the next video. Goodbye.